I will take out the knife in my pocket that is sharp enough to cut through your head, and I will fucking do it. I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Everybody for Anthony Eugenio. We're going to have a next time. Very funny. Wayne Russell, everybody.
Welcome to the Open Mic Pain with Anthony and Wayne podcast.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Open Mic Pain with Anthony and Wayne. Today I am joined by another comic from across this great land. You can find him on all socials at Jacob Stinson Comedy. A Bay Area comic, Mr. Jacob Stinson. How are you, sir?
Yes, that's me. I'm good. Thanks, Wayne.
You're very welcome. Before we go too far, I would like to introduce my co-host. Some might say he kind of smells like the Bay at low tide. Mr. Anthony Eugenio. How are you?
Oh my god. So earlier today, this fucking walking piece of gonorrhea with tits said, let me do the intro. I got a whole thing I want to say about Jacob before I start. And then he comes out and he's like, he's from the Bay. Jacob Stinson.
That's what he told me to say.
You piece of shit.
I was just going to say... I was just gonna say, I listened to 2 episodes and I was like, I thought Anthony did the intros.
Usually he does. Occasionally I'll pick him up.
Yeah, he asked for it. He's like, oh man, I got a good one when he does it. And he always comes in and he just fucking...
Wait, so do you prepare those beforehand? Or
No, not generally, no.
Wait, so you're saying that off the cuff? Every time?
Yeah.
Wow, because the 2 I heard, I was like, that was pretty fucking good.
Oh, yeah, the ones I do, yeah. Right before I come on, I realize that I have to try to make Wayne laugh with the intro, and I really have jumped the shark on it. So I just have been like pure Jack Black. Like it's all physical comedy. I'm just yelling now.
Wayne,
but not Wayne.
It was right there. I'm surprised you went with the smell of the Bay at low tide or whatever, and not just like shit on the street or something.
It's true, at any time right now.
What is it, shit on the street?
Well, yeah, because that's like everyone talks about. Oh, San Francisco got poop map.
I've never been to San Francisco, so I don't really know much about it.
You also don't watch Fox News, I guess, which is good.
No, I don't watch cable at all. I don't watch movies.
That's
I don't watch
even
cable.
Better.
No, not unless Final Fantasy has some kind of news bulletin that pops up and tells him about what's going on in San Francisco. He is not going to fucking have any idea what's going on over there.
I was like, wait, Final Fantasy? Where's this going?
Yeah, honestly, I think the only thing I know about San Francisco, I think there was like a level in Tony Hawk 4 or something, or 3. Yeah, I think you had to jump over Ollie the Magic Bum. That was the only thing I know about San Francisco.
Did you play the one where they had the Alcatraz map?
Yeah, I played all of them. Like, aside from once I got to American Wasteland, I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, you were like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That would be cool, though, if, like, Fox... Like, you know how sometimes the NBA Finals will be like, and at halftime, we'll have the Call of Duty new trailer. It would be so cool if Fox News was like, and at the end of Tucker Carlson, we'll have the new Final Fantasy trailer. So you have to watch Tucker Carlson.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, well, you know, I fucking agree there. That's what they should do.
Hey, if they want to get a new... If they want to get, new audience, that there'll be a 0 crossover, so everyone will be net new.
I think my dad would literally punch an Asian person in the face if he saw a commercial for Final Fantasy.
What is this Japanese? I thought they were all dead.
See, Wayne, we got 6 minutes in of shitting on you for your fucking reading me like you were giving me a diagnosis of terminal illness fucking intro.
That's all right.
I forgot how that all even started. Also, if I accidentally talk over anyone, just ahead of time, I'm sorry, because it's my first time doing this. Obviously.
No, it's quite all right. It's just if you ever talk over anybody, I'm just cutting you out completely, and it's just going to be like a two-way conversation. That's how that's going to go. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we got a good system going where I berate the shit out of him, but he controls ultimately what goes out there. So it's pretty like the cutting room floor is full of just vile.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe half of the shit that doesn't make it in the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was one night, just in tears, I was just like, delete. 50-minute episode went down to like 23 minutes.
It was the
I don't
first
think
day
he
of
loves me
Sober
anymore.
October. Yeah, no, it was Sober October. I was sober for the day, and Wayne said something stupid like he did in the beginning of the podcast. And I was like, I can't.
There was literally, he had a baby like 2 months ago. And like the week after he had his baby, we recorded a couple episodes, and as the night went on, he got progressively worse. And at one point, I was like, "Do we need to stop? Are we good? Are we still friends?"
What, you're just like taking out all his stress on you, or what?
Yeah, I'm like a
He
side
just will
hoe.
come
He
in
just-
with his banner like crooked, and his iPad that he records on will be facing the ceiling. And I'm like, you could just angle that a little bit differently, and it'll look better. And he's like, I tried, I can't. And he says something like, I tried, I can't angle an iPad, and I want to kill him. And normally, if I have enough drugs, I can be completely fine with him being him because I love him.
Yeah, I was curious. What is that? Is it weed?
Oh, this is hold on, let me read for the crowd here. This is 2 grams of watermelon lime mojito drugs.
I don't even know what that means. Wait, you're smoking mojito?
Yeah, so basically what people do is they'll take weed and the shitty stuff that they accidentally grow incorrectly, and they will mix it with stuff that smells weird, like watermelon lime mojito flavoring. And then I will ingest it.
Wait, so that's like it's the same as vaping the other vapes, but it has a little tiny bit of weed in it.
Has a 94% of it's weed, so a lot of it's weed.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
it doesn't have any binding chemicals, anything like that like Juul has that gives you AIDS or whatever the hell they said in that documentary.
Yeah.
It has
That's what it gives you. It gives you AIDS.
yeah, exactly. That's what they said. Not HIV either. Straight through. That's a highway pass, quick pass, like at the theme parks. No, but this probably can't be good for you, but it makes you quite high. So
My mom is a nurse, so when that was popping off Juuls, she would always send me articles about how bad they were and stuff. They're like, "Oh, people are getting popcorn lung," and like that's one of the things I don't do. And she knows that. I'm like, "Why are you sending me these? I don't care." Yeah, of course. I don't know what like. If you have something about how like smoking weed in a pipe like kills you, then send me that. But like, I'm not. I don't. Because vaping's like I treat vaping like a mobile game. I'm like, what? It looks fun, but I don't want to do it right now. So why would I start?
that makes sense. I treat it like the same thing as well. Just like I like bringing a Game Boy on the train. Like I bring drugs on the train.
Yeah.
Gotta be high there.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could just casually smoke all the time. Now, whenever I smoke, it's just like my day's over.
Have you ever got high and then done stand up?
I have. Oh, I heard you guys talking on the Mac show. I think about he did dispensary shows or weed shows, whatever you want to call it, where the audience is high, and that's not surprisingly maybe a big thing here. Oh. And so yeah, I have done those shows. I've never purposely gotten high beforehand. But when you're sitting around all these comics who are smoking like crazy, you get hotbox, and I have definitely gotten a pretty strong contact high beforehand. And I think it's actually a video on my Instagram where like I legitimately go up there and I'm just like talking, and I just talk about how I got contact high, and they fucking loved it, obviously, because they're all high.
I was flipping through your Instagram, and I did see that video where you said you can't. I forget how you worded it, but like
you can't. It doesn't work at a bar. You can't go in and be like, "Nah, I'm just here for the contact drunk."
Yeah, that was brilliant.
It's never worked just as well as it has in that video, but I think that was in front of someone important, so I was like, "Fuck it, why not?" It's in front of like the big booker here. His name is he runs this thing called Hella Funny, and his name is Stroy Moyd. He's
Shout
like
out.
this. Yeah, well, he doesn't need a shout out. He's got like 60K Instagram followers. I didn't know him beforehand, but now I just see him as like comic Jesus here because he can bestow upon you shows. So I was like, cool, work in front of him.
So have you done any shows for him yet?
I guess so. I don't think I got booked because of that. You probably don't even know who the fuck. Or actually, he remembered my name. I think that's all I got out of it. He was like, "Oh yeah, you're the guy who doesn't smoke weed," but then he got high, and I was like, "Yep, that's me." And I mean, there's like people who run shows, and you'll see him at mics, and then they'll put you on his show or the show, which is a hella funny branded show, but it's not like the main guy has anything to do with it or knew that I was on there or anything. But yeah, if they book not almost all of them, but maybe like a fourth of the legit shows here, so it's kind of a monopoly.
So I want to talk to you about the differences of the comedy scene out where you are versus here in the Boston area. But before
Yeah.
we do that, I'm curious about your background. So, how long have you been doing comedy, and how did you start? Like, what got you to the point where you were standing, probably shaking on stage with a mic?
Yeah, I guess I'll start there. Well, yeah, I guess I'll start where because I started like 5 years ago, but then I stopped doing it. And to say that I even started doing it would be like giving me too much credit, probably. Because I did maybe 8 open mics over the course of like a year. Because I would do it right, and then I would just be like, "Wow, that was crazy." Well, actually, the second one after the first, so I'll start. So I went up. I was in Phoenix at the time. I lived in Tempe, Arizona, which is Phoenix, and I was a year out of college, and I moved. So I grew up in Nebraska, and I always wanted to leave after college. I wanted to leave the Midwest, and then I had a choice. Anyways, I stayed because I had a good job in the Midwest. And then a year after that, I was like, wow, that was a giant mistake. And so then I moved to Phoenix, which was where the job was. And so I get there and I have like kind of like I finally get my new start, but I'm all alone, like the largest metropolitan area I've ever lived in. And I'm like, what should I do to like meet people, occupy my time? I had thought about it in the Midwest, but just never done it. I was either in college or busy or whatever. And also, there's always that stage fright keeping you from doing it. So, anyways, I went and did it, and I mentioned that it was my first time, which uh, it is now I realize means you're not going to get an honest response. So I did well. I stole 5 seconds of a joke for sure, and I just did like Phoenix jokes, whatever. I remember the only joke that I thought was kind of good that definitely could still work that I did was that I remember moving there whenever it would like rain at all, it was like fucking breaking news, and it was like they would freak the fuck out because their streets weren't set up to drain. Like it rains like 2 inches there, and it's like a snow day. They're like, don't come into work. And so I thought that was hilarious as someone who deals with Nebraska weather for 20 years. So that was funny. And anyways, Mike went well, or at least I thought it did. I remember leaving. 2 girls said I was good, and I was like, holy shit, I can fuck girls doing this. So then I went to a second mic like 2 weeks later, and I bombed my ass off. I didn't prepare at all. One, two, it was new, and three, I didn't have the first mic goodwill anymore. And then months would go by between mics, and I eventually just stopped doing it. And then I moved to the Bay Area, and COVID hits right as I do that. Whatever. I have a new job. I focus on that. And then this summer, I just basically hit the top of where I can realistically go in my actual career. And I was like, all right, where should I put my, effort, and what should I drive towards now, I guess, since I don't really care about this next promotion. And so then I was like, all right, I'll start doing stand-up again. And so then I started again this summer. So June, yeah.
Damn. So what I've heard, I assumed. I mean, obviously you had the whatever 8 mics or whatever before, but I assumed that you've been doing it a long time. Your stage
No.
presence and everything is very very confident for.
Well, I appreciate that.
5 months.
I guess. Yeah, I guess I had well, I guess everyone kind of had years of thinking about it, so it's not like that really helped. Yeah, I guess I appreciate that. It's all acting, but I guess it's working. Yeah, so I really only been doing it seriously for 4 months. I don't know, how many mics do you guys get in like a week, like on average? Because that might matter, I guess.
Probably like 2, and I wanted to bring that up too because I saw one of your videos and I was very jealous. One of your Instagram
Okay.
posts. So
Wait. You're jealous of the mic itself?
No, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I did 44 in August.
Yes.
Or whatever.
What the hell?
That was that was a
awesome.
struggle, but now I realize I could do way more than that if I wanted to.
Yeah. So that's
so
probably one of the big differences between there and here. Like for
Yeah.
me and Anthony, for us to go to one mic is about an hour. Well, depending on where we go, it could be up to an hour drive, and they're not like Jacques.
Yeah.
Our mutual friend here, Jacques Lambert, had gone out to L.A. A couple months ago, and he's like, you can literally walk down the street and hit 4 or 5 mics in a night. And here, you're lucky if you can piggyback 2.
Wait, so are you guys in, or like what city are you in?
So I'm like 45 minutes north of Boston.
Okay.
Anthony's in Maine.
Okay.
So you're probably also what, an hour from Boston, I guess, from where you are.
Yeah, about an hour.
Okay. So most of your mics are like in Boston, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we go to Lowell, Massachusetts, which that's where Crack Addicts, Fighter, Boxer, all that movie is right in there. They do a lot of comedy there. We
Did
go
you
to
ever see The
Manchester.
Fighter?
No. I
That's
thought
a-
at first I thought you were saying that's where everyone fights, and then I
Well,
realized
that too, but there's 2 important movies with Lowell. It's The Fighter, actually 3. The Fighter, which is about Mickey Ward. In that movie is his brother Dickie Eklund, who talks about having a documentary about him. That's the number 3 movie I'll mention. The second movie I'll say is The Invention of Lying, which was filmed in Lowell. It was a Ricky Gervais movie. Very nice movie.
yeah, I've never seen it, but I've
was
seen
filmed in
the
Lowell?
trailer, and the concept is hilarious.
Oh yeah, it was. I loved it. I mean, it's not the movie that's gonna blow you away, but it is
yeah.
It's a fun watch.
I feel like it's a movie where the first half is really good, and then once the premise is set up and established, it's like, all right, well, there's nothing else here.
It escalates a lot. It's pretty
really?
good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it escalates quite a bit.
Maybe I should
So
watch it.
the third movie is that documentary that Dickie Eklund had said in The Fighter was about him making a rise and coming back to fight, or not making a rise, his fight with remember who it was, Anthony? Sugar Ray Leonard, I think.
No, Lowell is a cesspool of degenerates and dog shit.
Oh, he wasn't listening to me. So
No, I
in The
was.
Fighter-
That's why I don't remember the particulars of the fucking Fighter movie.
so the documentary was that Dickie Eklund claimed was about him fighting another boxer. Was actually a documentary called High on Crack Street, which is about the drug epidemic at Lowell, and Dickie Eklund was a main focus of that. There's the 3 Lowell movies that you need to watch.
It's a fighter. Is that Wahlberg?
That is from Wahlberg, yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of the ones where I've considered watching it a ton, and then every single time, like, it's just what's going to happen at the end? He's going to beat the guy, and then
I mean, that's history, so yeah, that happened.
Yeah, but like, it's the kind of thing where I always judge like sports or boxing movies, but then if I ever watch one, I'm like, that I know that's good.
Yeah,
People say
they
it's
never
good, I'm
make
like,
the
oh, that
movie
was
about
good.
they never make the movie about the guy that lost. Which so
Well, yeah. So that's
They
why I'm
should.
like, oh, the climax is gonna be him punching him. Like, it's like a superhero movie to me. I'm like, oh, the good guy's gonna beat the bad guy. Holy
Yeah.
fuck! But obviously, that's not like the point.
that is another movie that's worth a watch because it's not just about the fight. It's about Mickey Ward's life and all the
The
stuff behind the
fighter?
scenes as well. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Very, very good movie, I thought.
We just like movies out here where people sound all fucking stupid like we sound. Which I've been to California a bunch of times and it annoyed me so bad how. I'm sure the Midwest actually kind of a similar idea where they just speak normally and there's no intonation of like, chowder, like we have out here. And when you watch a Boston movie, they're like, make sure you say chowder in the movie or they're not going to fucking know where you're from. And so they go way over the top with it. And I hate it. It's like when a teenage girl's embarrassed by her dad. That's like how I feel about the entire fucking New England community with our stupid voices.
Put it up to 1,000. Yeah, Midwest is actually like, well, you can't go too far north because then you get like Canadian type shit or like right Fargo, I guess. But I think it's used as like the baseline. Like if they teach someone English or like how to speak or like a radio broadcaster, they teach it from the Midwest. I'm not saying that's a positive. It's just I guess like the baseline.
I want the old timey accents like Shane Gillis talked about to come back. Like the old baseball announcers. Like I think that's the way we should talk now. They just sounded so much more intelligent.
Yeah, they were afraid for their lives from World War II back then, so I think there was something going on that made
They wanted to get all the words out really quickly before they got shot in the head.
Exactly. I see the storm cloud coming. So how many, like, if you're going to do mics in a night, how many mics is your average per night? Like, is there a bunch?
Oh, yeah. I guess, so for a while, I was definitely averaging more than one. And by averaging more than one, I mean I was doing one a night, and then at least one night I'd do 2. Now I'm kind of changing. I felt like, okay, like, I have a regular 8 to 5 day job. So I'm like, okay, this isn't sustainable. Because I'm also single. I'm trying to like not be that forever. So, if you go on a date, it's at night. You can't go to a mic that night, probably, unless the girl's like really cool. And so now I've been kind of like piling up more on single days, which is easier to do on Sundays than not. So like Sundays and Mondays are like pretty good. Sunday's the best day, at least for me. I'm sure it's different for everyone. Like there's a whole nother set of mics in Oakland, which is just across from San Francisco. I'm just gonna assume you know nothing about, because I didn't know where fuck Oakland was before I moved here.
I know a lot about San Francisco, actually. I've been there a bunch, but Wayne knows shit.
Okay.
So, yes, explain like
Yeah, Wayne, you fucking idiot.
Yes.
Yes. No, it's 2v1 now. So it's across the bridge, which is not that far, but it's always either has traffic or you have to ride the BART, which is a huge pain in the ass, especially if you're trying to get to Mike's after you get over there. So I usually don't go to Oakland, so I'm just talking about San Francisco. And on Sunday, I can do 4, which is pretty good. And that's like 4 from like 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. I can get 4 in, which is awesome.
So when you do that, are you doing the same set and just kind of like switching it up? Are you like, hey, I'm going to do this joke and I'm going to mix in other ones? Or
yes, yeah, basically. Or like on Sunday, there's this one at night where the runner is cool, but he doesn't really like give a shit. So I can easily do like 8 minutes, even though. So I'll just be like, and I'm throw this other one in here for this last one. But yeah, because I'm not gonna like. I might maybe rewrite something slightly, but I'm just gonna do the same thing, 4 times.
Wow, that must be awesome, because we eat so much shit sometimes. It must be so nice to be able to go and then redeem yourself.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is the scenario of eating shit 4 times in a
4
row.
times. That would be rough.
That would be rough.
Yeah, I've had it where like you go somewhere, the first mic you do awesome, then you eat shit at the next one, and you're like, fuck. And then you eat shit again, you're like, fuck. And then it's like, at that point, you're like, do I really want to do this 4th one? But then you go and you do okay, and you're like, okay, thank God. But yeah, I realize that, I mean, I'm sure you guys realize that, like, eating shit, it's just like, you just have to, like, go up as soon as humanly possible again. Yeah. So you're not, because you're like, wow, I've never said anything funny in my life.
I was so scared of eating shit for the first time. Like, I kind of lucked out. Like, yeah. I'm not going to say, like, I wasn't a murderer, but I got, like, fairly decent chuckles for a long time, at least a couple times during a 5-minute set. Until one night we went to Salem, Mass, and it was complete silence. And I was like, that's not so bad. I really don't give that. I could do that every night. And since
Salem, Mass is where the witch trials were, and they're still cunts to this day, for your reference.
Yeah, they sure are. But
I like how you preceded, like, saying that you went to Salem with the fact that you're not a murderer as well. Wait, that doesn't work. Wait,
believe it or not, this has come up before, but I am related to one of the biggest cunts in Salem history, Ann Putnam.
What's that cunt's name?
Ann Putnam.
Ann Putnam.
Yeah, yep, that was her name. The Witch Snitch Bitch, I think we named her.
Witch Snitch Bitch.
I think she was responsible or had a hand in, I think it was, 16 people we found out, Anthony? 16 people died because she claimed they were a witch.
I've thought about this a lot, because she is a bitch for doing that, obviously, but how many people would you call a witch today if that meant that they would murder them? I mean, like, I would fucking have teardrops all over my eye for that fucking shit.
I was just going to say, I have, like, an old-timey scroll of names that...
I'd certainly have some names. An old roommate from Phoenix. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, wait a minute,
him,
Jacques got
fuck
fucking booked at this place? He's a witch. That'd be the Jacques. See you later, buddy.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. They must have really hated witches. It was like, just in case. Yeah. And it's crazy because, like, how many times were they proved? Isn't it every single time they were proven that they weren't a witch?
Yeah, I think what happened was, I think they tried to vote or something like that. Like, there was like we should be able to vote, and they're like, oh my god, the witches have come to Salem, and then they murdered a bunch of women.
No, but I thought the test was like, if they die, they're not a witch, and then they died every time.
Yeah.
No, well, no, it was if they died, if they died, they weren't a witch. If they didn't die, they were a witch.
Which is insane. I'm gonna take that as a bit. Sorry.
Yeah,
you can have it. You fucking related to one.
No, go for it.
Because like yeah, they're like if they float or whatever, right? They're not a. Imagine if someone floated. That would have been crazy.
That would have been fucking
That would
insane.
have been almost worth it. It's like, yeah, it's kind of worth it that we killed all the other people to figure out that this lady
Oh,
has
that's
supernatural
true.
powers.
I would eat so much fucking old timey Chipotle or something like that right before they killed me, so that I floated from gas and just like held it in. He floated to the surface and shat his pants. He was a witch. Oh fuck yeah!
But yeah, no.
That
So
sucks out there.
yeah. So I can, Sundays and Mondays are like last week I did 8 mics in those 2 days, and that was the most I've ever done in the span of 2 days. But it's possible here, right? And then the rest of the week,
Yeah.
I try to still at least do one, Wednesday or what, because I don't want to go too long in between. But
That's the hard part. Like aside from the travel time for us, or like the lack of close mics, we both also have kids and a wife.
yeah, have you guys considered
Ditching
and
them,
it-
yeah, every once in a while.
your families? Have you considered not having? Have you considered calling them witches? And then, no, I was gonna say because I don't know if this is even a possibility where you live, because in my hometown it certainly would be a stretch. But starting your own mic, because not only would it be near you, but as like a host, you get a shitload of stage time.
So yes and no. Anthony, you mind if I go first on this? I feel strongly on this. So, so where I live, it's I don't think it would be successful near my house. I'm like 15, 20 minutes off of any main highway. So that would make it tough. But on the flip side, yeah, you could get a shit ton of stage time, but I also hate hosts that go up and do like multiple minutes
Me
in between
too.
every.
Me too.
So yeah, maybe I would do like 5 or 10 minutes in between. I'm not in between in the beginning, but I wouldn't want to take up the time in between every comic because I just
Yeah, no,
it's-
I don't even think you would have to. I think just going up there and grabbing the mic 8 times is worth it. Like, it doesn't even matter how much you're up there. It's just the
That's
fact
true.
that you're walking up to the mic so many times.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't mind that. I did take a hosting class with a local guy here that runs a company that puts on shows, and he's been doing comedy for 30 something years, and I found it very beneficial. I learned a lot about what hosts should and shouldn't do.
I mean, I've even thought about it,
Yeah,
and there's plenty of mics here, but I'm just like lazy, and I want to walk out my front door and there be one.
yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, it would be cool. I don't know. There's also another commitment there. It's
Yeah, for sure. It's like if you can't do it, it's like you gotta like find a guest or something. I mean,
But we also see some hosts too that are just like not great.
yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
some people that is like they end up outside and then somebody ends early and then there's 45 seconds of people looking around going like, oh, where's this guy?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, can you just stay and watch people? Like, please?
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm not. I mean, I think anywhere it's hard to be it's hard to be a good host every single night. I'm sure if you're feeling like shit one night, I'm trying to give like the benefit of the doubt because, like,
I don't. Fuck them.
but like, yeah, I think because then I'll be a host, right? And I'm sure I'll suck dick. So I'd like to not speak on it too much until I've done it, but it is very clear when a host is good and when a host is bad. So
Yeah. Anthony lives in a spot that I think would benefit. It's pretty. I think you have some nice areas there that might benefit from having an open mic night. But
I've been saying we should Goodwill Hunting this comedy scene for a long time, where we got to like write our own movie because nobody will cast us in theirs. It's just like every day someone's like, "Hey, we got this show that we're doing. It's called a showcase. We're hiring people named Anthony and Wayne Ford or something like that, but we're not going to fucking hire you guys." And we're like, "Oh, we're perfect for that show, though." So
Yeah.
now we're gonna have to do our own. So I think that's a great idea. Open mic. Pain, right? So that's perfect. All right, it's already in our name. All we gotta do is just fucking open the doors.
true, but that's a great idea. Or that's just like a great idea to like have like a Mike X podcast when it's about it. But I'm kind of into getting like just doing whatever. Like I live right next to not to dox myself too much, but I live right next to the San Francisco Giants ballpark. And during the season, I considered buying like a mobile amp and just being like a homeless person or a crazy person and just going out front with a mic. And I don't know how soon the police would tell me to move, but and just start doing, because there's so many people walking past, and I'm like, this is an opportunity. I didn't do it, but
That's one of my favorite stories. I don't know if you ever heard about Joe Rogan talking about Dave Chappelle doing that. Like
I
leaving
have.
and
Yeah,
walking out.
he would just do. He was just a street comic, right?
Yeah. You just go to a corner and go, gather round,
Yeah.
and like get a crowd, and then just fucking murder.
Yeah,
But
I've heard
you
about.
also have to be Dave Chappelle, I guess, for
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like me, they'd just be like, "What the fuck? Is this fucking?" I don't know. I don't know what would happen if I ever did it. I don't know if it would be worth it. I feel like I at the time I felt like it would be worth it almost just for like the exposure to potential embarrassment in front of a ton of people. Because it just like it's like, well, okay, I bombed in this room, but like 1,000 people walked by me and didn't even look at my face. So who cares? Like, I don't know.
But then imagine if you got that crowd that was just loving what you did.
I don't know, man. Every time a crowd has assembled in San Francisco lately, it has gone poorly.
Wait, what?
Every time a crowd has assembled in San Francisco lately, it has gone poorly.
Yeah, they all think it's a rally.
Exactly. They'd be like, this guy looks like Kyle Rittenhouse's cousin. I guarantee he is out here trying to murder us with this fucking microphone.
Or I get a select crowd, and then they're like, so where are the crosses? Shit.
Yeah. So how has nobody's gonna find this interesting, but I need to ask. So when I used to go out to San Francisco, obviously Oakland was the hemorrhoid on San Francisco's body. Basically, has the odds has the layers evened out? Is Oakland and San
Better?
Francisco? Yeah, like where are they at?
It's hard to say because
It's
I don't go
amazing
over
that
there
you're
a
even
lot.
saying it like that. Like 10 years ago, if you were like Oakland, San Francisco, they'd be like, Oakland, don't go there, you're gonna die.
I guess I'm trying to be like not white about it. So that's why I'm being like, oh, it's cool. I don't go over there a lot, but I'm pretty sure it's just like it's like San Francisco light at this point because it just keeps getting more expensive here or whatever, and so then obviously they started gentrifying Oakland and doing the same thing there, and everything's just like slightly cheaper and slightly shittier. I mean, that's my view of it. I mean, there's also nice parts like across the bridge that are next to Oakland, like Berkeley is. It's not. I don't know if it's nice, but it's got a fucking bunch of smart Asian people there. So, I mean,
I'd be up in fucking
know?
Occidental. That like I know if I lived anywhere out there, it'd be up in that like north of Santa Rosa fucking ballpark over the bridge and stuff like that. I love
Santa
it.
Rosa. Oh yeah, North Bay is very nice. There's this like little, I forget what it's called, but it's like right off the bridge on the right side, and you go there and you're like, you wouldn't even know that you weren't in like I don't know some sick ass European like
Where the
bay
Muir Woods is and shit like that on the North Bay, like outside of the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I
nice,
forget what
yeah.
the place is called. But yeah, I really haven't gone like East Bay. I did go to Cal's campus because I'm really into college football, and I literally just wanted to. I wasn't even going to a game. I just wanted to see their stadium, so I went there.
Yeah, Nebraska, man. That's all you got, huh? This is college football.
It was, and now we have football, and they try. They kind of suck now, but yeah, I would say it's worse. But it's also like a pain in the ass for me to get there. So it's like, it's really got to be worth it, right? I either have to drive across a bridge, and not only does it take a while, but it costs me money, like almost $10 to drive across that piece of shit.
That toll, man. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's like 8 or something, but I mean, you might as well you round up. It's $10.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
have an $8 toll and you're not listening to this podcast, but if you did and you made that decision, fuck you. That is incredible. Like I had a heart attack
crazy.
when I saw that because you can't turn around. Like, what are you gonna do when you're on that?
No,
bridge?
you can't. And actually, it is way too easy to accidentally go onto the bridge.
Yeah.
As someone who I live on to get to my place, there's two ways, but sometimes Google Maps will send me the way where it's either you get off on this exit and go to my house, or you go to Oakland. And there is this island called Yerba Buena Island, or Treasure Island, some people call it, where you can get off and turn around, and you won't have to pay the toll if you do that. And so that's what you do. But regardless, it's like you're adding a half an hour to your commute if you fuck that up.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
When I got married, our honeymoon, we took a road trip down from Massachusetts down to Orlando, and stopped at a bunch of places. And then on the way back, we drove all the way back from Jacksonville, all the way back up. And I took a wrong turn in New York and hit a $15 toll just to turn around and get back on the highway and hit a $15 toll. There's a $30 wrong turn.
Wait, it was a two-way toll?
I think it was, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was. I could be wrong. Let's just say it wasn't, but I think it was.
Yeah, that sounds like the George Washington Bridge, you fucking rookie.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good toll story real quick. So basically, for like a year during COVID, when it was clear it wasn't going to go away for a while, I moved to San Diego for a year. And anyways, sometimes I would drive to LA. And at this time, I still had Phoenix plates. And I remember there being like a toll road for like the better way. And in my mind, I was like, how do I pay that? And then I was like, well, I don't have a California license plate, so I'll just not pay it. And I did that a lot. And then like 2 months ago, they found me. And they're like, yeah, you have 10 unpaid tolls for like 2 years. And these are the late fees on them and stuff. And I was like, wow, really? And they're like, yeah, you owe $2,000. And I was like, really? That sucks. And they're like, yeah, well, we'll give you 75% off. And I was like, deal. So as long as you don't pay something for a long ass time, they'll just like slash whatever fees they're trying to charge you. So that's what I learned. Just don't wait for a long time and then you'll pay less. Or pay it right away and pay way less.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I would just wait till on the phone they called me sir. I'd be like, sir, did you call me sir?
Oh, yeah.
And then I would get like 90% off the thing.
Like, sir, what could make this right? 90% off this fee? I had a question. You were going to ask me, Wayne, I think you were going to ask about being blue here or something?
Yeah, so I'm really curious about the differences between the Boston area and the San Francisco area. So
yeah.
we touched upon the amount of mics, which is obviously way more where you are.
So, well, just to be clear on that, it's not like New York level, but it's a good amount. But anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you hit 44 in 1 month.
I mean,
we can't even do that. Like, that's not even a possibility for us.
That's more open mic scene too. I'm more interested in like, you know how our booked scene, Wayne, or like around here tends to be like, I don't want to call it like older folks, but it's like the older folks tend to run those booked mics.
I'm gonna get. I have that in my docket as well.
That's the fucking question. So say it now.
Well, no. So before we get there, because I'm gonna go with the question I had. So not so much blue. I guess blue, but like what? So like Anthony the other night did some jokes that might have been a little considered off color. I don't think they were, but he kind of got called out a little bit.
Oh, really? You got called out by like an audience member? Or by the runner?
No, it was just a comment made by the host, which is fine. It is what it is. But
yeah, it was an accident, but he accidentally shot me in the stomach like Maggie Simpson to Mr. Burns.
I like how we all have to treat hosts like they're like special needs children because we want to be on these mics.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, yeah, I'm sure it was an accident.
It's okay, they were trying their best. It's okay. It's an accident that he killed me.
So I guess where I was going with that was there's some mics here that you can go and like you can pretty much feel open to say whatever you want. Like I did a couple mics where I was making jokes on like Make-A-Wish kids and Chris Benoit and like all kinds of like really crazy shit. I just had to get out of my system.
I heard that Chris Benoit one on one of the two I listened to. Hilarious, but yeah.
Well, hey, thank you. God, somebody liked it.
I did. I loved it. I loved because I knew it was coming.
No, yeah,
it's like when you could see a car accident from like a mile away. Like, yes.
Hey, I guess nobody likes killing kids. So what is it like? What's the scene out there like? Are they more?
Yeah.
Are they okay with that kind of shit? Are they?
I mean, yeah. Obviously,
really
like,
careful?
yeah. Obviously, like Bay Area is like known for being like super liberal, or whatever. You know, everyone introduces themselves with their pronouns, and you can't say even crap. No, I mean, I'm making that up. That's not true, obviously. I'm sure there's circles where that happens, but it's not like normal. So when I was like, oh, I'm gonna start, I think one of the hesitations for me starting like to go to Mike's again was I like my job and I'm afraid that I could like lose it if like whatever. And then also it was like, well, I'm in the Bay Area, so that'll be even harder. And then I started going to open mics and I realized, well, I was just like, I saw it was like, oh my God, these people are like saying like retard and stuff. This is crazy. And then I realized you can say whatever you want. It's up to I mean, at your own peril, right? It's not like if you go up and you say some crazy shit that people are gonna like beat you or like say they understand that it's a joke, but at the same time they'll laugh and like, or they won't laugh and you'll have a horrible set.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, well, I never did like super offensive shit. It just like isn't me really. I did maybe, I don't know what I did, but like I would talk about whatever. Like one of my earlier jokes that I tried here was that I had like a sex toy, like a electric sex toy or whatever, had like an app and stuff. And I remember it giving me like updates, and I would always be like, "What are these updates? Like are they gonna make me like jizz harder? Like what is it, right?" And I tried to make a joke out of that, but I realized even though it was like a solid premise, I just realized no one wanted to hear that out of my mouth. At least I'm not on stage. And so I very quickly went green, I guess. I don't know if you noticed on Instagram, but basically I think all of it would be considered clean.
Yeah.
And I did that, one, because it seemed to get better laughs, and two, I've heard that it's a shortcut, right? If you can get good clean, there's less good clean comics, so you're more bookable. And also, apparently, it makes you a better writer, right? If you have to write clean, like the joke has to be funnier. So I kind of went towards that. So I never like being here, but I very quickly went towards that, and so I've never like ran into trouble trying stuff. Every so often I'll throw something in there and people will be like, what the fuck was that? And I don't know if it's because of where I am or because of everything else I said was clean, that they're just like shocked. Like the other, maybe this just wasn't funny, but the other night, so last weekend a girl mid-date like told me that I wasn't into her or that she wasn't into me, right? Mid-date, not even afterwards. And I've always had this suspicion that maybe I'm not like aggressive enough towards girls. And then I was like, oh, she felt so comfortable with me that I wasn't like gonna like physically assault her, that she told me midday. And I tried to make a joke about that, and obviously it's about violence against women, and so that didn't work. And I was just like, all right, fuck, I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, you can be as dirty as you want. Short of a white guy going up and saying the N-word, of course.
Wayne tries. Wayne's got a close one to that.
That's actually all of his entire set, I heard.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Wow, look at that skinhead! Holy shit!
Yeah,
show me your tattoo.
That's nature. That's not even me. Nature's pushing me in the direction.
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah. It's not nurture. It's nature that I'm a Nazi. But
that makes fucking sense. That makes a lot of sense, because the same thing out here is it is a shortcut if you could be cleaner, and it's completely understandable. A lot of these bookers are running a goddamn business, so they want to be able to look at someone and not worry about them before they put them on stage. Like, oh, this is going to be good for everybody. When I'm like, okay, listen, I'm going to call somebody's grandmother a cunt. I can't not. I'm going to do it. So I have to get with a booker who's going to be in a position to think that that's something that's going to work for that show. There's not many of them that they'll take that.
Yeah.
But
can't not. And if you can, like... Oh, sorry, but go ahead.
No, you go ahead, because I'm going to...
Well, I was just going to say, and also, like, one thing that made me gravitate towards it is that, and if you make dick jokes or whatever, I don't care, but, like, going to an open mic and, like, hearing, like, 10 people do dick jokes in a row made me want to, like, go as far away from that as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah, I realized the first couple sets, too, I did. That first joke I ever did was a dick joke, and I went to Portland, Maine, Portland, Maine is San Francisco of the Northeast, for sure. It's the same type of city.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, very, very similar. If you came out here, you'd feel like you walked right through a door and into San Francisco. So they hate dick jokes, too. And I did the first joke I ever did. Well, I walked on stage and the microphone cord fell out of the microphone and hit the ground. And I went, damn it. And I picked it up and I put it in and I went, the first dick pic I ever took, I had to take to a guy at the store to develop. And that was the first thing I said. And they were like, what?
That's
And I
always
practiced
funny.
it 500 times before I went there. And in my
Yeah.
head, every time they erupted in laughter when I said that. So it was the first. I'm sure you know. When you write a joke and you're like, well, there's going to be a laugh there, so I'll kind of bake in a pause, and then you get nothing, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I talked about there was in Texas, 2 gentlemen were killed in a Tesla. But they found them in the back seat. So the joke I made was like they were getting gay in the back seat, and then the car killed them. And and then I did a joke about my dad. I bought my dad a humane trap to get rid of animals off of his property, and he used it to drown them. And the whole bit was because he's 40. So I did all those to just fucking. There at the end of it, the guy came up to me. He's like, "All right, you have to start with something not that terrible." Like
Yeah,
me.
totally. I mean, speaking of hosts, some hosts don't understand that like you're not supposed to go like there's a okay, if I get into specifics and somehow this person hears this, they'll know who it is. But it's just like they'll go up there and just say the most like horrible shit off the top. It's like, well, that's a weird way to like enter the show. And I'll be like third on like an open mic and there'll be like 3 real people there and I'll just be thinking, please God, stay until I go. Because I was just like, these people are gonna leave. You're talking about some crazy shit. Yeah, you gotta like ease them into it, like anything else, right? Like you can't just go, whatever, 0 to 100 or whatever the fuck that saying is.
No, you gotta earn those jokes because you gotta make them like
Yeah.
you first. Then you can do it.
Yeah,
Learn that.
So I'm assuming the open mics are like that. How many people do you have at an open mic there generally?
depends, but usually, usually at least 10. Yeah.
So we have far and few between, like I said. So we're probably pushing like 20 to 30 most nights.
Damn, holy shit! Imagine being the 30th
But-
person. That's so long.
Sucks.
No shit, it does suck. It's
We
happening.
were 22nd
Yeah.
and 23rd the other night, and I
Yeah.
waited that long, and I bombed.
Dude.
I
If
bought
I'm 23rd,
again.
I usually just leave.
Oh
But
man, this is a perfect actually representation of what we were just talking about because you got to earn it. So Wayne did a whole set about dicks, and whenever he
It was
gets
it was 1 minute and a half, 2 minute joke.
Pompeii masturbator.
Oh shit, it was all dicks.
Yeah,
You're
it was
right.
all dicks, you dickhead. So whenever Wayne has 75% or more dick material in his joke, I have like a locked and loaded, if I go after him, little shit on him. Wayne Brady, whose line is it anyways?
yeah.
So he came out as pansexual this year. And basically the bit is, I don't know what that means, but I know that that's the second gayest thing that somebody named Wayne has done this year because of after Wayne's set. And I did that. And I made a black hole of silence in the room. I was like, ha ha! And everybody, I ate shit for 5 straight minutes after that, going up 23rd.
The worst thing about that is I love that joke so much. I was the only one that laughed at it. And I had got up with like my set was actually I think that was probably the best set I've had in like since the
You did
burn.
great.
So it's been a
I
couple
know.
months. It was fucking great. And I felt so bad because I love that joke so much. And I was
torpedoed
dying
myself,
laughing.
yeah.
Everybody was like, "Ooh, don't pick on the gay guy." I'm like, I'm not.
I know,
for the
right?
kid.
Don't put- also, like, I'm with you. What do you guys? What is pansexual again? I lived in San Francisco and I forgot.
So one girl, there was a pansexual girl in my high school, and we
Gee,
sat her down.
what a fuck pans.
Yeah.
Sorry,
We
that
sat
was
her
stupid.
down once, and we were like, "What are you?" Because we had to know, because that was like
Yeah.
a.
That was crazy back then, right?
Well, it kind of just felt like I was in line for a club that I knew that the doorman would never let me into, and then I saw another door on the side, and it was the door that said pansexual above it. I'm like, I wonder what the fuck, can I get in that door? So I
That's
can I get in that way?
That's
So
so
I
funny.
asked her what it was, and she was basically like, I could love a tree. I can. I was like, so you can fuck a tree? And I don't think that's what that is, but that's what I thought it was by the end of the
Gotta
conversation.
sand those limbs down.
Yeah. No, I don't think she did. I think that she was a rough girl. She was a lumberjack.
I mean, it might as well be a thing.
about
Wait,
Bastard
that's
Splinter.
she was a lumberjack. She was a tough girl.
Yeah. She could have, she could have fucked me. Like, I couldn't have fucked her.
Really, that's so funny. 'Cause I just looked up that's such a weird coincidence. I just looked up the definition for pansexual, and the sentence is the bodybuilder identifies as a pansexual. That's like it sounds like she's sort of a bodybuilder. Also, apparently, yeah, you're right. I feel like it's a weird, overcomplicated way of saying you're bi, because it's like it says you're attracted to people regardless of their sex or gender, and I guess.
Well, I got an answer to this question actually because I did that joke and then I was very like looking inward like cunt. I was like, what am I? And so I looked up what it was. So basically, what pansexual means is all of the letters, the L, G, the P, the T's, and all those. It will do all of them. So it's not only gay and straight, but if you're like a transsexual straight gay woman, like hell yeah, that too. So that's what pansexual means. It just means like how many dicks do you have? Doesn't matter. I'll take 2, 1, -1 vagina.
So what you're saying is that they're greedy.
Yep. Again, how many doors are into the club? I want to fucking stick my dick in all of them. Like that's a good way to be. Like I completely understand that metric.
They weren't people who shared as children.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Wayne set being pansexual.
Wait, before that though.
Well, before that was I had asked you how many people do you have at an open mic?
Oh yeah,
How many comics?
Yeah, no, if I go and on my 25th, I'm just like, well, this will take forever, and there'll be no one there. Do people actually wait around for the 30th person? Or are they nice?
Not generally.
Okay. Yeah.
So on Sunday they did.
Wow.
Sunday was a really good crowd.
And I try to stay, but to do 4 in 3 hours, you can't fucking stay for every single open. So like, I usually stay for like 1 or 2 after me, and then I'm like, I'll just.
I think that's respectful. Stay for a few.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna, and I try to not leave while someone's up because that always feels bad when you're up.
Now,
and someone leaves.
Do you have actual audience members, like regular people?
I mean, it's usually definitely majority comics for sure. If there are real audience members at some of these, like I said, you're just praying to God they don't leave. So it's pretty tough. I think it's tougher. Like, so there's more mics, but like in a city, there's way more shit to do than see a bunch of dick jokes, right? And so. Yeah, it's kind of like a two-edged sword, which I was listening to a Norm Macdonald book, and that's just called a sword. That's not my joke. It's Norm Macdonald.
It's just called a sword.
So moving up from there, you have book shows and such. Now out this way, we have multiple variations of that. We have the people that you see at open mics that are putting on shows with their friends. Mm-hmm. It's probably $5, $10, $15 or whatever. They're good comics. They're having fun, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then you also have the tenured guys, like Anthony said, they're older. We have like Steve
like
York,
Clark.
Mike Donovan, Lenny Clark. Like these guys who are selling tickets that are way more expensive. They're have way more eyes on them. It takes a lot more work to get onto one of those.
How expensive?
I mean,
like $35, $40.
Yeah, okay. 35, 40. Sometimes they'll throw in like a buffet. You'll see like a buffet one every once in a while for $65. You can have like 4 or 5 comics on it.
That's the fucking thing, though. They're for oldies. Like you're like gonna have to give a buffet to the 75-year-old lady to come watch the show, and I'm like,
you're saying a literal buffet, as in like food.
Yes, of nutrition for the.
I wasn't sure if you were saying a buffet of comics or something.
No.
The first one Wayne mentioned with the local comics and their friend shows, like normally that can get like a younger crowd, which is pretty good. But I've noticed that the book shows we have around here, that's why. I mean, I was about to say that's why we don't get booked on them, not the fact that we're terrible, but basically, even if we could get booked on them, we're going to see a bunch of like 60 to 80-year-old ladies that I don't think we're going to fucking, like, I can see the comics I have on there and why that works. But you did do Wicked Funny, Wayne, and that was pretty older, and you did good.
Wicked Funny was a lot of older people, and I did really well. The racist joke he was talking about is not really racist, but it's basically about how like it's basically racist. Like I lived in Boston my entire life, but I've never picked up that Boston accent. I pronounce all of my R's, but I wish I didn't because I don't think you can sound racist with a Boston accent. And then I do like a little Biggie thing, and all the old people loved it because they're all racist, so they laugh at it. say like, "Oh, you almost got me to say it." I'm like, well, you probably do anyways. But and then I had a joke about finding my dad's old VHS porn, and then a joke of that I had just other stuff, and I
Yeah.
was really surprised at the reaction from the older people because
Was it good?
what's that? Oh yeah, no, very good. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. I was very impressed with how much they laughed and how much they engaged with me, and I didn't expect that with that material. I wasn't expecting such an older, skewed crowd, but it went really well, and it was probably one of the best nights of my life doing comedy.
I there's
It rivals the day my son was born, actually. Uh,
Hey, that's understandable. I remember I did. So, do you guys have bringer shows there?
Yeah.
there's a few. Yeah, there's not. I don't come across a ton of them, but there are a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did one bringer show, and it took me a second to get over the fact of how like predatory it is, but then I realized, well, it's just something you have to do. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
So I did one, and yeah, that night was maybe the greatest night of my life, and
Because we've talked
Did you
about bringer
physically
shows
bring
a lot.
people, or did you just pay for the tickets? I always want to ask people. To do
I
bringer shows.
considered paying for the tickets. I was supposed to bring 10 people, and I was struggling. It was like a week before the show. I had like maybe 4 people, and I even talked to the guy. I was like, "Hey, I don't think I can get 10. Like, do I drop?" He's like, "Don't drop. Just bring as many people as you can. And if you don't bring a lot, one, they won't ask you to do a one in the future, and two, they'll give you less minutes and put you on earlier." Well, my friends came through for me, and I brought like 16 people, so
Oh, good for
it
you.
was fucking sick. And they invited me back, but I'm like, I can't fucking do that again, right? Like, I can't ask these people to pay $20 again, and also I don't have a whole new 10 minutes, which is how long they gave you. So, anyways, I didn't have to pay for them, but I did consider it.
Yeah, out here it's a much
But-
easier proposition because, like, for instance, a Mohegan Sun, which is like a big casino out here, they do a bringer show there, and it's pretty like, hey, you got to bring 5 people, and the tickets are $10 a piece. So you're
That's
like,
not bad.
I'll just pay $50, and
It was
whatever.
tough. They're $20 here. I was like, that's overpriced. It was overpriced. Should have been 10, but
We've talked about bringer shows in the past, months ago, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, that's in comedy especially. It's really not that bad because
It's all about getting a crowd, man. It's
it's
all
the
about a
whole
crowd.
it's the whole industry, right? You got to bring people,
Yeah.
and it's like at the beginning you can't bring anyone organically, so you have to bring your friends. So like after I like understood that, I was like, okay, it's not really predatory. Yeah, they're making money, but
Yeah.
like they're giving you an opportunity to get on stage, and then they make money. That's what comedy is, right? And this
Yep.
is the only way they can do it for you at this stage. And so, yeah, once I realized that, I was like, yeah.
It's better in
comedy
comedy too. I used to do music, and the bringer shows in music are a lot more predatory than the comedy ones. The comedy
Oh, really?
ones, at least the ones out here, like they after you get your 5 people, they'll like split the tickets with you, or even I think before the 5 people they split the tickets.
Yeah, I
with
got
you.
some
So-
money.
Yeah, you got some money for yours too. Yeah, exactly. When we were doing music bringer shows, they were like bring 20 people on your ticket, and you make $0. Like you're just like that. You're lucky you got to play the show. So that's like the whole first level of music, and you can only ask your friends to go for so long. And there you can't just pay for the tickets because the guy's like counting heads.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
So I'm wondering the ones in I'm assuming these are in Boston where the older crowd runs them. Who are they booking? Are they people you see at open mics?
So we do
Some of
see,
them,
yeah, we do see quite a few of them at open mics. Honestly, there's a fantastic community out this way. There's people that, a lot of the people we see on our shows, like the one from last week, Lauren Sims. She's doing book shows with Tony V, and she's out at these open mics all the time. And
Yeah, Tony B
There's
like opens
this-
for Bill Burr and all that. So like that'd be the level. Like our highest level comics out here, Tony V, like you said, Lenny Clark, huge, all that kind of stuff. And Lenny Clark runs a club in Peabody, Mass. It's called Giggles. And again, it skews. It's just all older comics, 50s, 60s, and then older demographic people that watch them. So yeah, it's tough to break into those. I saw like a whole on our local Facebook message board thingy. I saw people arguing about like, unless you turn 50, you're not getting into Giggles to start doing comedy. So we do get a lot of that, and they're usually clean. Just how I've seen on the shows, most of the guys that get booked are clean on those. Yeah, not a lot of stuff where I'm like, think about Tom Segura, Louis C.K., all these fucking comics that are the biggest comics in the United States are all these really blue materials. And I rarely see shows like that out here where I'm like, that's a bunch of those type of Mark Norman, Shane Gillis type of comics. Almost never. It's always like, you know, here's a buffet and here's a guy that's 65 years old that's going to run it and he's going to, you know, talk about shaving in World War II or something.
Well, you guys go to. I was just gonna say, I guess you go to New York for Blue, right? That's probably where all that is.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Is we should be traveling to New York more.
It's funny you see that a lot with, like we were saying, with those guys. You get a lot of the cleaner stuff, but you see some stuff with the people that we're doing open mics with. So former guest Nick Powell is running a dark humor thing in his apartment. And our buddy Justin George also, he's the first guy on our podcast, first guest. He's doing it as well, but it's 5 or 6 comics just all doing like dark humor. Like you're going there to be offended.
That's awesome. I like that a lot.
That's a really cool thing too. Yeah. But,
I came into that's the biggest misconception I came into comedy with is I thought every show was gonna be like I'm not gonna call it dark humor, but like you'll hear cunt. Like that, like something like that, meaning I thought every show was going to be like that, and then there would be clean shows that would be random. Like, oh, this is a clean show. This is for corporate comedy or some shit like that. And it was quite the opposite, where it's pretty alternative to be a bluer comic, I would say. Right, Wayne? I'm not speaking out of school to say that, right? When you call us
I think that depends on where you go. I feel like the closer we go to Boston,
the
closer we go to Boston. Yeah. Closer we go to Boston, there's less dicks, there's less cunts, there's less all of that stuff.
Yeah, but in New Hampshire, done.
It's interesting. Like, I would definitely not, because I'm sure some people would think differently. I would definitely not describe San Francisco as clean. I would describe it as blue. Like, I think every single open mic I go to, someone will say something at least somewhat racy. You know. So we went to an open mic the other night where a guy implied that he had sex with a 5-year-old, which was kind of fucked up. Nuh-uh. And it wasn't even joking?
No, it was a joke.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a joke.
We hope.
Yeah, you hope. Jesus fuck.
Well,
I mean, I'm all for taking risks, but I was like, even I was like Anthony can back me up. Like, there's not a lot that makes me go like, oh shit.
I feel like
he said that I was like, oh shit.
I feel like he saw that Louis C.K. thing and he was like, I can do that, and then he just went up there. He's like, I fucked a 5-year-old. He's like, I fucking did it wrong. You know.
It basically was like that. I don't want to give away the kid's joke too hard, but basically the idea was.
Damn. It's like he saw that similarity and he just couldn't not do it. That's weird.
But you know what it did though?
More proud to him for trying it, I guess.
This is what was interesting about that. He ate so much shit when he said that, and he negative vacuumed the room so hard that I wonder if you can do a bit like that that would be funny. And 2 days later, I remember the new bit I've been doing, Wayne. I tried to do, and I think it's pretty good. I wrote a bit about being a terrible person, and the basic the idea of the bit is like, everybody thinks of themselves as good people, but I got a lot of evidence that I'm not a good person. Like, I like to watch My 600-Pound Life and eat a bunch of food because they really want it and they can't have it. It makes me happy to have it. And like, I like to watch Intervention and get really high because the same reasons. Like, they really want it and they can't have it, and I can. It makes me happy. But my favorite is probably to watch To Catch a Predator, and I say a pause, and then I go, because it's a good show, you fucking crazy sons of bitches. So I that was my attempt at doing.
That's great.
Yeah, I want to run to that kid and be like, see how you can do it without actually saying you're gonna fuck the kid.
I love watching To Catch a Predator as well, and I'm so upset they don't do it anymore.
It's a
I get why.
I love the Rogue ones. Do you see those on like YouTube?
The new one that he did where he was like, I'm Chris Hansen but older and we're doing the same thing.
I did see that.
No, like the random people. People
are randomly doing it now. They're
like the Batman of Predators.
Wow, that's kind of. Ooh, I like it.
They throw punches. That's really what the YouTube one. The difference is
they throw punches.
Yeah, they'll just be like Chris Hansen is a Zen Jedi, and when someone steps out of line, he's like, "Sit down," and the guy sits right down.
Yeah,
and it diffuses.
He's like, "You do not want to rape the kid," and he's like, "Oh, I guess I don't."
Yeah, the ones on YouTube, they're like, "Sit down." The guy's like, "I'm not gonna sit down." They're like, ah! And they just attack them. It's great.
Do they have cops outside?
It's great because some. No,
You have to send me.
cops
You have to.
outside.
No. Wow.
Maybe the ones you saw. Some of the ones I see, they do things like, so they'll be like, yeah, I'm a 14-year-old. I don't have any hair. You want to see? Come to the mall. And the guy goes to the mall, and they're just like, yeah, you were messaging Kelly. I'm Kelly, and they're like, oh no. And they go, you have to call your wife. No, they go, you have to call your wife right now and tell her what you were doing. And they'll have like the guy call his wife and be like, yeah, I was trying to meet a 14-year-old for sex. And then they call the cops after and still have him arrested even though he did what they said.
That's awesome, but the downside is I'm pretty sure you can't get convicted off any of that.
If they have, maybe, I don't know.
No, they did.
know.
They figured out a way. The first is I know.
Oh really? Oh, that's great. Thank God.
The first season of To Catch a Predator, they could not get the police to arrest them for it because of some kind of weird loophole with the crime watchdog unit that they were using.
Yeah.
And then season 2, they were able to ambush them with police in the act of it and using the video cameras. And you would get like some of those guys got like 4 years in prison. It was pretty.
Oh, what I was saying is that like these rogue YouTubers, though, they're probably not doing.
Oh
kosher,
yeah,
right?
no, that's not admissible. You need Chris Hansen there.
Damn, that sucks. I mean, I'm glad they're doing something, but it sucks they're not going to prison.
Did you ever see the guy that got caught by Chris Hansen twice?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you got me again. Shit.
I'll say this about To Catch a Predator. So, all terrible people, obviously. Let me say that first. Obviously terrible people. Get it. But the Indian dudes that were on there, that would the girl would be like, come in completely naked and sit down with 7 beers and 6 condoms. And the guy'd come in, 7 beers, 6 condoms, completely naked. Sit down, be like, what would you like? And like a fucking perfectly, and they didn't give a fuck. They went 100%. And I kind of respect it a little bit. Like, if you're going to go down to there, like the other guys would be like, I'm not coming out inside. You got to come outside first and show me like 3 fingers in a picture and all that shit. All the white dudes. Indian dudes didn't give a fuck.
Here's a joke I would never do. Wouldn't it be weird to be like the boyfriend who fucks one of the fake children? Because they're obviously of age. They're just actors and they look young.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
like,
true.
Everyone ubiquitously agrees my girlfriend looks like a child.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. And I'm attracted to her, apparently.
There's a show about that,
I mean,
actually, weirdly, on TLC. It was a girl that looks like she's 4 or something like that. And she's like 21. And she has like a boyfriend. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's just so. I mean, obviously it's fine, but it's just so. It's like, what the fuck?
It's obviously fine, but it's not fine at the same time because you're looking at the guy, you're like, dude, what
like,
are you doing?
I know technically, but come on, what the fuck are you doing?
Anthony, I don't think I told you about this, but so I get a lot of scam calls because I'm a junior, and all the scammers think I'm an elderly man that is my father.
Oh, and your dad responds to everything or something?
No, I answer all of them.
I see.
So I'm a salesman.
Okay.
So I pass out a lot of business cards. A lot of people have my number,
okay.
so I get phone calls and I'll answer them. And for a while, if it was a scam call, I would just hang up. Yeah. But after a while, I started getting real people on the phone, and I started having fun with them. Long story short, I pissed off a lot of people, but I pissed off somebody to the nth degree yesterday. I picked up the phone and the guy was trying to sell me burial insurance, trying to get me to buy something to pay for my funeral. And he's like, he was, I will say, I would assume he was of Indian descent.
Oh my God, how you fucking danced around those tulips.
Well, so, did he never mind. Go ahead.
He said his name was Michael, but I don't think his name was Michael.
It definitely wasn't. He might have said Michael. It wasn't Michael. But so he had asked me, he had gone through the whole pitch, and he goes, let me ask your age. And I was like, sure, Michael, real quick. Does this cover fucking dogs? And he goes, are you accusing me? And I was like, no, are you guilty? And then he went into a blind rage and said, I will come to your doorstep, motherfucker. I will take out the knife in my pocket that is sharp enough to cut through your head, and I will fucking do it. I was like, Oh shit! I was like,
Yeah, you're
that's
not
kind of
supposed
cool.
to tell Indian gentlemen to fuck dogs. That's like a big thing over there, right, Wayne? Isn't that like a thing?
I don't. A customer told me that I should start saying that to them. So
Yeah. No, if you look that up, that's like misgendering somebody in America is saying
is
they
it?
fuck dogs. Yeah.
Well, that's
Not
why he
supposed to
wants
do
to
that.
cut my head off. My problem is they think I'm my father. So if my dad gets his head chopped
Oh
off,
no!
I'm gonna be so
You didn't
sad.
think about this before you started fucking with people?
No, I fuck with these guys all the time just for funsies because I'm driving around. I have nothing better to do. I
Yeah,
fuck
no,
with
I
them.
like
That's
answering
sad,
those
though.
calls and just being like, "Yeah, hey, how's it going? Never fucking call me." Just like
Yeah.
it's just where you get your rage out.
That's the appropriate
Yeah,
response.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I had fun, but
I mean,
I'm
sometimes
sorry.
it's kind of inappropriate and like borderline illegal. Like what? You can't say it. Whatever. I'll be like, if you ever call here again, I'll kill you, and then I'll hang up.
I
Is
usually
that
just try to
illegal?
sell them something. Like I'm like, all right,
I mean,
if you
I don't know,
buy
I just, like, go way over the
my
top.
insurance for burial, I will buy your insurance for burial because I
Oh
also
yeah, insurance swap. So we all win. I think it's probably because I don't have a family, but anytime anyone tries to sell me anything where I'll be dead when it kicks in, I'm like, why? Why would I do that? Who cares? I'll be
I
dead.
I've said that to people. Like they try to sell me like the burial insurance, and I was like, "Oh, you called at the right time. I was just about to jump off the stool," or like things like that. And usually they hang up. And then I had one guy. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not really interested," and he's like, "What about your family?" I was like, "Ah, fuck them. They don't love me anyways." Like, like I just try to have fun with it because I'm
You're like,
like,
I
"Yeah,
already
I'm gonna
killed
get
all
these
of them. I
calls."
was just about to
Yeah, I already killed them
do
all.
me. Yeah.
It is. It does. It's an interesting point, though. My wife tells me all the time, like, "What do you want like to happen after you die?" And I'm like, "You can literally put a straw into your butthole and fart me off of the San Francisco Bay Bridge into the water, and I'll be dead. It doesn't matter. Like, do
I
what
would
you
love to
want."
see that.
Yeah, me too.
Just have her do that. I'll attend your weird funeral.
Yeah, I do have a plan. So I do think that the best thing you could do to die would be to put angel wings on your back, but like have it really sewn in. You're gonna die, so it doesn't really matter. So sew in the angel wings to your back, light yourself on fire, and jump off of a tall building. Because that's not as hard as you think to do. Maybe like to stay on fire, but to jump off the building with the angel wings is not that bad.
Yeah.
But you hit the ground and people think angels are falling, it's gonna at least be a story for a couple days. And then fart me through the straw off the bridge.
Way less ridiculous. I just don't want anyone to. I don't want my body to be embalmed. I don't want anyone seeing my not alive but trying to make it look like I'm a live body. That's just always creeped me out, and I don't want someone's last impression of me to be that.
I'm just really concerned about my biggest concern about death is they're gonna see my unfluffed dick.
Oh man, yeah, it's true. I've seen 6 Feet Under, the show about a funeral home on HBO, and the dicks of the cadavers are always
Wait, there was show. That's awesome. I gotta watch that.
yeah. They did have a porn star once die in it, I think, and they had to put another table next to the table for his dick. But that
There's the tiny casket, like where his dick is.
put a tiny casket right next to him.
And we'd like to rest his dick. Okay, I had a question. I think there's that. What was that thing Anthony was going to ask a while ago, and then we told him not to?
Oh yeah, well I think we got to it about the blue material. That's what.
Oh,
we're
okay,
like.
yeah.
Does that get you on shows type of thing out there, or does it?
I don't think it gets you on shows at this point, but I mean, it just can't hurt, right? But what I was going to ask is, have you guys like consumed like books or any outside like instructionals on how to do stand up just in general?
Anthony went to
Yeah.
England
Yeah.
a while back, and he came back with a book from I forget the author now, but he was an old gentleman from the 1700s, I think, or 1600s, and it was basically about like how to do comedy.
Yeah.
And I read it, and it holds up to this day. Like it's kind of
It
old
was from the
Englishy,
1600s.
16,
And
1700s,
it
something
held
like
up.
that.
Wow.
Excuse me, it holds up
What was
really well.
What was like the top 3 tips in it? I'm curious.
Oh god damn you! This was months ago. I'm gonna have to go back. I'll send it to
What
you.
is a tip?
I don't remember.
It had like work in the room tips in it. I will fucking tell him that what happened in the book, Wayne, even though I gave it to you.
Wait, is it written in like Old English?
No, it's basically translated Latin. So the guy translated Latin because this is that old, where it was Latin of how to do comedy.
Wow.
And somebody translated it into English, and there'd be stuff like during the setups of the guy put it in vernacular for comedy now, so you'd understand it. But it was more like during the setups of your jokes, make sure that you add punches throughout it and shit like that. Like there was really like stuff that you were like, God damn, like that makes sense to today's world.
Set up without punchlines.
Is it in your hands?
Yeah. No.
Oh wait, look,
but I know I sent you some
stuff.
I was gonna see if I could find it real quick.
Yeah. While you're finding it, I mean, yeah, I just asked because I have, and I guess I probably did because I got the book when I was too much of a pussy to do mics. So my alternate, I was like, oh, I'll just listen to a book on it, and then I'll learn that way or something. Which obviously you can't just do that. But I think both help.
Yeah, I heard like someone like Rogan say a lot like nobody can teach you how to do stand up and all this kind of stuff because you got to find your own voice. And I understand that there is a portion of that, but there's also like jokes have structure. Like almost every joke has structure.
There's like the technical aspects that you can learn, and very, very minor things. Like one thing I remember from the book is it said not to wear anything distracting, and I remember right after I heard that, I just started buying a bunch of plain T-shirts and plain sweatshirts. That's what I'm wearing right now. It's a plain sweatshirt, and this is what I wear every single time. I never wear a T-shirt or anything, and it's probably helping like a very, very, very small amount. But to me, if just putting on a different shirt does that, then I'll just do that. Like it takes no effort. So just tiny stuff like that. Or like move the mic stand out of the way once you go up there. Like very tiny shit like that you don't, it should seem obvious, but you don't know it, but you can learn it in a book, right?
It's true. Yeah, I did a lot of, before we did our first mics, I did a lot of, I call it technical watching of stand-up, where I wasn't listening to the jokes themselves, but kind of how they went. Like for instance, like I would watch Chris Rock walk the stage because he did a thing where if he's walking towards his left, he would make sure that the microphone was in his right hand so that the cord would lay on the outside of the stage, and when he turned around he would switch hands so that again the microphone cord was always on the outside of the stage. That way he never tripped over the cord as he walked. And I remember like I'm looking for that shit. I'm gonna watch stand up and that's what I want to notice. I don't want to notice like, oh, that joke was funny or not. I want to notice like how do they physically feel comfortable on the stage.
Yeah, I guess I took Did you find a tip, Wayne?
No, dude, we text so much. I've been scrolling for that entire time.
I was like, what the fuck? You were basically like, I'm gonna go find a needle in a haystack.
I would have found it with enough time. I'll find it.
Yeah, I guess driven by my like, well, not anymore. Now it's just like just get on stage, whatever. But initially, obviously, like stage fright. That barrier, I took any resource I could to like learn off stage, I guess. Like I've never run a mic, but I have like a fucking like setup, or there's a mic somewhere there too.
Oh yeah.
And I literally just have it as basically props in my apartment to like play with and just like reenact in front of a mirror. And I just bought that because I was like, I need some sort of like middle ground between not doing it at all and doing it. And that was like my answer. That in books, I guess. But no non-1600s era books? Nothing like that?
No, I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
100%. I'll let you know the book.
That's the only way to succeed in comedy is to read books from the 1600s. Yes. A lot more hidden wife jokes in there.
I will say there was a lot of really good content in there. It all made sense. Like I don't know.
Were there like joke examples? Because I feel like usually
they did. Yeah, they did have joke examples.
Man, I would love to see those.
Yeah. Meredith started the candle at 3 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. and the wax ran out, so I slapped her across the face.
What's the deal with these back-talking slaves?
Yeah, we were like black people didn't exist, I don't think, when this book was written. I think this was all Jew slaves in this book.
They didn't exist.
Yeah, in England, they didn't exist.
They weren't invented yet.
Yeah, they were first, but they were like, I'm gonna bail out of this now.
Yeah. Get
I
out.
midway
yeah,
halfway
okay.
through my air, I was like, I don't have a parachute. This is bad.
Out.
Yeah.
You ever say
if
that
you
book is racist? Not me. The book is racist.
I actually, like, going back to when you're saying you're good in front of old people. I think that was a good summary of what you said
One
earlier.
time.
One time you did good in front of old people.
Yeah, one time, not the other.
I also find I do good in front of old people. At least when it's like an old, like the whole crowd is like that. And I'm sure being clean is part of it, but I wonder if just like, I don't know, sometimes I'm like, maybe my subject matter is just like older. Like I really like talking about, my best joke is basically, I guess, about World War One. And I feel like old people are like, oh yeah, we were, I don't know, they're just more
were there for
connected
that.
to the war. Yeah, yeah, I fought in that. It's crazy.
You also have a great haircut and face that my grandmother would really like. I feel like.
Oh
like
yeah,
that-
I'm like
that-
I'm a nice boy.
Yeah, and I think Wayne told you before the podcast. The last host, or one of the last ones, called me a terrorist. So I get a lot of that stuff. So it's tough.
Yeah,
when
we
I'm
talked
doing
about that
You told me that.
before you came on, and yeah, because I had some. It was way not worse or way less bad than yours, but my name's Jacob, and there's some host who was like, "How the fuck do you say your name?" And I was like,
That blew my mind.
I thought she was
that a
kidding. I was
bit?
like,
That was not a bit?
"Jacob?" No, it was not a bit. She was legitimately just high.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
That's wild.
And it was bad enough where I was just like, "Fuck,
So-
I'm gonna post this whole thing. I don't care that embarrasses her. It's stupid."
I considered doing your intro, and I didn't want to disrespect you, so I did. But I considered just
fucking it up?
fucking that up to see if you caught it.
Hey, that'd be
But
funny.
I didn't want
don't
to.
care.
I didn't want to piss you off to begin.
How'd you fuck
I just,
it up? Like
like,
call him
fly-
Jacob or
like,
something?
I was gonna Jacob.
Yeah, no. If she was like, "Is it Jakob or Jacob?" I'd be like, "It's Jacob." But she wasn't. She had no attempt at all. I was like, "You mean one of the most common male names, like in America?" I
So
don't
she was
know.
literally like, I don't know how to say this. Is it Jacob? You're like
Crazy.
"Yeah,
I
it's Jacob."
went to a school of 70 people in high school, and 4 of the boys were named Jacob, including myself.
Wow.
I mean, that might have something to do
That's
with
like
the
10%.
Midwest. Yeah, I know.
10% of the boys.
Might be a Midwest thing. They all want Bible names or whatever, but like, I was like, this is not an uncommon name.
Did you have? So
Crazy.
this will be. I think we're gonna get down to one of the last questions here because you got
Yeah.
an out that we need to get you on. But are there sister wives in the Midwest? Because I watch the show Sister Wives a lot with my wife because it's so good. Because this guy got 5 wives, and you're like, he's such a nice guy, but you're like, you fucking idiot. And the whole show is just about how much worse your life would be if you had 5 wives, because he just like disappoints 5 people every day. That's all.
I
he
have a
does.
hard time with one.
We do not have sister wives, as far as I'm aware, because I think I knew what you're talking about, but I didn't even know. I wasn't even sure.
It's a Mormon
That reminds me of whenever a girl has even like joked that I was cheating on her. I'd always just be like, I just don't have time for that. Like, I wouldn't say like, oh, I wouldn't do that. I just say like, oh, that just sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, this guy
Just for
mainlines disappointment. It's so great. Like he'll go to his wife. He's like, I don't know how to make you feel better. She's like, have 4 less wives. And he's
Yeah.
like, I know, but I got myself in.
Do they always have a main one? Or
Yeah,
what?
that's the great thing about the show is that he obviously goes favoritism towards the one that's having
Yeah.
sex with him the most at that time, and he alienates the other ones completely.
Oh,
which how
it
would you?
changes over time.
Oh yeah, it changes all over the place where he goes. How would you like my wife?
So, like, I want more rice tonight. I'll blow you tonight.
Man, that chicken you made was fucking sick. You want to get fucked by me? Oh, wait, no, it goes the other way, I guess. I don't know.
You wanna fuck me? I get the prime rib.
Just say like me and my wife when we fight. If I had a whole nother house in person that I can go like, I'll try again. Like I'm just gonna try again that night with another person, and that's what he did the whole time. But he got to a point in later seasons where they all hate him, and it's great wholesome TV of a man.
Is
Of a
it?
man getting killed under the pressure of 1,000 neutron stars.
Is it? Is it from in Utah? Where is this at?
He is. Great fucking instincts there. So Utah
Well, they're
for a
Mormon,
lot of
right?
it, but they literally in Utah they banned plural marriages is what they called them. So they had to leave Utah because they were so publicly not in a monogamous.
Did?
relationship.
I thought that was like a staple of Mormonism.
Yeah, exactly. But the Mormons are trying to. There's a branch of Mormons trying to get away from that shit because they're like, hey, that's out of control. That's a lot of.
Like, yeah, they're like, hey man, we gotta drink less milk and fuck less wives.
Exactly. But the thing is, like, you can tell that that guy just needs to fuck 8 women at a time. Like, I'm all for. He drives like 4 different types of trucks. He has long ponytail hair. Guy fucks. And
I
if
think
you're gonna-
he just needs to take antidepressants, and then he will stop wanting to fuck all the time.
He says that
Give
a
that
lot
man
because-
antidepressant. I mean, that's all he's got to do. Come on, man.
He's
You
like,
need
I
to
don't
know.
drink or do drugs, and I'm like, hey man, I can't even lift my child off the ground without being high. If you like, I'm gonna introduce you to a whole world of being able to get through the day.
He's like, it's either fuck 5 women or do drugs. And the Mormon church is like, you can fuck 5 women.
Exactly. You can. Oh my god, I would fucking if I was a Mormon, they said I couldn't do drugs, but I had to have 5 wives. I would develop a system of breathing where I held my breath for 45 seconds a minute, just so I didn't have enough oxygen to be sober. I would work it out.
I have a question before you go, I guess for everyone. I heard recently someone say like it's really hard to do and like stick with this if you don't like have a concrete goal, right? And I did have one when I started again, and my goal is to get paid before the end of the year. And then that happened, and I realized I'd never set like another goal, and I don't really know what my goal is now. But I'm curious, do you guys like have that, or are you just like trying to write jokes? I mean that can just be a goal, I guess, but.
I was just hoping to, like, for me, I just wanted to keep doing it. It was just really fun.
Yeah.
But the more I go, and the more I'm like, I'm getting more laughs at these open mics we're doing, and I'm writing more, and I feel like it's getting more concise and better. I would like to do more shows in front of actual people. I don't care about getting paid.
Yeah.
Like, this is like my outlet. This
Yeah.
is like, I work 50 plus hours a week.
Yeah.
I come home. I have my kid. I have my wife. I have my dog. I'm doing all this. This is for me. So
Yeah.
for me, my goal is I would like to get in front of regular audiences a lot more. I don't really care about the money all that much, but yeah, that's my goal.
To be clear, me neither. That was just like to me. That would say like, okay, I must be doing something right. If someone
I wasn't saying that. I agree with you.
Yeah.
That I guess subconsciously that probably is a goal. Yeah. Do I want to get paid? I would love for someone to go, you're worth.
I mean, I think
to.
it would imply that you'd be in front of a real audience. So that's, I guess, sort of like your goal, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%.
I compartmentalized those 2 goals a little bit because there was. It's not like I have a. I'm gonna say the word vision board, and I hope I don't get struck by lightning. But the vision board of my head of comedy is. I heard Louis talking about on some podcast a while ago. Louis C.K. was talking about his Boston days of doing giggles and Kowloons and all the places that are near us. Nick's Comedy Stop, all the Boston clubs that we are around. And he said that at one point he was doing 3 sets a night, like 3 to 4 times a week, and he was getting like $350 to $150 a show to do it. So he'd make like a couple $1,000 a night if he was able to get to enough of them.
Damn.
And he was like, "Yeah, I was just featuring and headlining local Boston clubs, and I was making a couple $1,000 a week." And he's like, that was a fantastic living, and I only worked a couple nights a week. So there's a goal in my head. I'm like, wow, if you could just get to there, like if you get to that cliff of when Louis C.K. wanted to kill himself, he was so bad at comedy. That it seems to be the highest plateau I could imagine to achieve. So that definitely in my vision board head, I'm like, that is a future that could happen. Is you can pay some bills doing this, which would be crazy.
Yeah.
But the immediate goal is more like Wayne said. As you know, the best reps you get are in front of real live people that are in for comedy because you know if it's good, you know if it's bad. If you go in front of 10 people, you might make one guy laugh and you made 10% of the room laugh and you may think it's a good joke. So it's really hard to gauge how your jokes work until you do that. So I guess my main goal would be to get into a club that does weekly shows that I can get on a showcase weekly with them that they bring people from the street on. Like imagine the Comedy Store, the whole goal is that you go there and you open mic or you work the door until they put you on and then you can really do shows in front of real people and it's a local club. I'd love a local club like that. Like that's really my goal, getting to one of those.
Yeah, I guess that is a really good, like, because not only does that show like, it's like that's obviously above an open mic, but it should also help your writing as well. It's kind of weird. It's almost like a rich get richer kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of deceitful. Like we have a place called the Safe in Lowell, which is our, I got to be one of our favorite places that we go to. But it's such a comic friendly mic that sometimes we'll go there and you do the kid fucking joke that is should really suck the air out of the room.
Yeah.
And they'll be really responsive to it. And you're like, this is great.
Wow.
And then you'll
That's
go to
wild.
an actual booked show and or something like that, and you'll eat a complete dog shit because that's not a good joke. But there's just a couple mics we go to where everybody's a really cool comic, and they're like, we want this to go well. And they all laugh super hard. So I feel like real shows, Wayne did one that was like 80 people, and he killed, and it was awesome. And I saw him do that same joke like a week before and eat shit with it. But it was, there was 10 people at the place that he ate shit at, and it happened to be none of them laughed. So if you went off of that, you would always suck ass at your jokes. But getting out there to real people who are paying to see comedy is a completely different experience. There's a real host.
It's so tough when you do, especially a new joke, and especially a new joke that you have a lot of conviction for, and you try it for the first time in a bad room and it gets no response, and you're just like, fuck. Because for me, I'm just like, oh, this joke sucks.
Yes.
But that's way too early to, like, I feel like I'm not trying. I don't know. I feel like I don't know how long to try a joke before changing it, because I'll go out and try a joke, do one mic on one night, and then I'll go like rewrite bits based on the response. But I'm just like, that's like wrong. I shouldn't be doing that. But I don't know.
It's the biggest thing I think about, actually, because there are some comics that, so this is the problem with it. I know that the way to get better at writing your material is to keep repeating it and building on top of it and working that way. And that is how every big comic does it, and that's how you should do it. But when you go to a mic and you see a kid go up there and say the same fucking 5 minutes for the 1,000th time.
Yeah, when it's the same people bouncing around, it's like, it's hard.
It's so hard. You want to change it up. You don't want to do the same jokes in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But you have to. But also, again, you want to murder that person that doesn't like do something different.
Yeah. Or it'll be like a joke where like I rewrote the second half, and I can tell them being like, oh, here's this joke again. In my mind, I'm like, wait, I rewrote a part, like this one line. You'll notice it.
It's different.
But
especially we have Jacques is very good at, like, if you do a joke way too much, Jacques will learn it, and he will fucking do it in front of you.
He'll recite it. Yeah. I talked to. I have to go. What, do you guys do an outro or anything?
Yeah.
How do we end this? Yeah, you should probably end it. I do have to go. But also, I just want to say this was like really. I love you guys' podcast. This was awesome to be on as well. It's great talking to you guys.
We want you on again. This has been awesome.
Yeah, this was like even if it wasn't even a podcast, I do this. This is great. So
we can do that too.
Also, if I said anything too, I didn't watch too many episodes. So if I said anything too crazy, just cut it. Don't worry, I don't care.
We're not monetized, so I don't give a flying fuck.
Okay, yeah.
That's how it goes.
Obviously, like I'm clean on stage, so off stage I'll sometimes just say whatever. So.
I'm pretty sure I said I fucked kids a couple times on here by accident.
Okay, good. So you'll take all the Shane Gillis.
There's the beginning of the episode.
When you get added to SNL.
Yep. Yeah, I'm already off SNL.
It's gonna be
great.
Also, so I'm not thinking about it for the rest of the night. The crosshairs, is that because you're in the crosshairs when you're on stage?
Yeah. That's the whole idea is that we are the premise of the podcast is because we both like video games, as I shouted out and Wayne for earlier. So this is kind of like there's a player 1, player 2. That's our red mic and our blue mic, and then it's walking through the crosshairs of comedy. So
okay, yeah, it kind of looks like the BR from Halo, sort of. What do you guys play on?
We are
PS5 mostly.
Yeah, PS5.
Ah, shit, we can't be friends. Fuck.
I have an
Xbox guy.
I'm an Xbox guy.
This is never coming out.
No.
Sorry. Nice meeting you.
I bought both of them, and I was like, Wayne, the Xbox actually, like, I'm playing Lies P on Xbox right now because it's on Game Pass.
It's Pinocchio Dark Souls.
Oh my god.
Are you a Souls fan, Jacob?
Yeah, I played Elden Ring like this summer.
All right.
It took me forever to beat it because obviously I'm trying to do other stuff like comedy, and that game's like a billion.
We took the
hours
day off
long.
of work and everything when Elden Ring came out. It was a whole holiday for us.
Dude, hell yeah.
When Elden Ring came out, I took the day off in advance, like months in advance. It was a snow day, so my wife and kid were home. I woke up at 6 a.m. just like out of whatever, like
Christmas morning
normalcy.
Jitters.
Yep. I made myself like a Kahlua coffee.
Hell yeah.
And I started playing because I was like, well, daycare's going to be closed. My wife's not going to work. I'm going to get like an hour and a half to play. My wife came downstairs and was like, yeah, just keep going. I played for fucking like 10 hours. I'm like, you are the fucking best. That's why I married you.
Dude, when you're married and that happens, I feel like that's like probably better than like a blowy. Like that sounds awesome.
Oh, 100%. I would take that. I would take that every fucking day.
I'd be like, no, I'll jerk off. Just watch the kids.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, guys.
What
Well,
do you want
listen,
for your
this has
birthday?
been a fantastic show. We're gonna have Jacob on again because he's so awesome, and you know what this is, everybody. It's hold on, let's see here. I wrote it down earlier to make sure I didn't forget. A worthy step for the quest for laughs. I got you again. Fuck you guys. Bye.
We're not monetized, so I don't give a flying fuck. This all goes in.